I guess we could call it a successful test. I'm missing a few blades back there, at least two sets of two, and they're both on one side and they're right next to each other, so that is kind of throwing things off balance pretty bad. They're extremely dull and rusted and kind of a mess, so I wouldn't go so far as to say it cuts great, but I think it cuts about as good as it can with what it's got. I'm not really sure if I've got these pulleys right. This motor, I think, spins about 3600, and that's a roughly 6-inch pulley down on the bottom and about a 3.5 on top. So it's not quite 2 to 1. So if this is going at 3600, if it was going at half, that'd be 1800 down there. So that bottom pulley's probably spinning around 2000. And what little internet's research that I did suggests that that's probably about right. What I understand is that the international or the Farmall Cubs, they set the engine at about 1800 RPM, and there's an 8-inch pulley coming off the power takeoff that apparently runs at engine speed. So if you did 1800 RPM, ran it through an 8-inch, then went to a 6-inch, that would increase the speed of the flail mower. So I might be just about right. I've got a little tachometer, a little digital tachometer. I could put that on there and see how it does. But I think the main thing I need to do now is buy some new blades and replace all these blades and replace those two that are missing. And it's not just missing the two blades, it's missing, well, stand by, I'll show you. A kind of fun thing I can do here when it's on, I can put this kind of up in a maintenance mode. Since it's got that chain on there, I can flip this whole thing up sideways and like get at all these knives really easily. So that's pretty cool. Let's see, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, overkill. Yeah, so yeah, see where the old bracket was and where that one is, and the pin is obviously broken, but same with that one. So what I'll probably do, I'll just cut these off because they're pretty munched up, put new pins in it, and go about my business. I'm not sure how many blades there are. If I were to do a quick guess right now, I'd say a lot. If you look at the ends of these things, there's not really even you wouldn't even call that anything remotely sharp. That's not even butter knife sharp. So the fact that it cut it all, I guess, just means that if you spin something fast enough past grass, it will cut it. But I guess that's a fairly successful test. You know, I'll accept that. I'm gonna get on the internets right now and see how much new blades are and find out how many I should have. If anybody knows, let me know. It's gonna be a bunch of work. I'm gonna have to get all new cotter pins. These, I guess, these ones, they bolt apart right here. There's a piece that comes out, looks like, and that's got a nut. None of those are gonna survive. That's gonna be really hard to get those off of there. Understatement. Yeah. Okay, well. Okay, I also made this. I've had this thing laying around for a little while. Those top pins were from a Category 0 3-point hitch I have on my other little tractor. And the other little tractor, it did not have enough weight. It didn't have enough traction to do anything with. But this one has way more than enough traction. But my little ripper, first of all, I need to make it out of a little bit beefier material. It needs to be thicker, of course. Probably 1/2 inch would be better. And it needs to be longer, because that's only about, I don't know, 5 inches. But by the time I extend this 3-point all the way down, it's only in the ground about 4 inches. So it needs to be more than that. And when I did use it, all it did was just like made a line in the dirt, which, I mean, that's kind of cool, but I don't know how useful that is. So yeah, I've always kind of wanted a little ripper. I tried to use this and pull a stump, but that didn't happen. I don't have enough traction. In fact, hold on, let's go see that. Yeah, I tried to pull this stump out. You can see how it kind of got about halfway through, but that didn't work. And then, you know, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 little spin out marks, so that's pretty sweet. And then this is sort of what it looks like, just with it down as far as it would go, which isn't really far enough. I think it needs to have like a little spade or something on the bottom of it. It needs to have something to spread out. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I think it needs something different. So yeah, what I can do now is just cut that little, whatever that is, 3/16 ripper off of there and just put a 1/2 inch on there, and that will be pretty cool. And I might even be able to just get rid of this whole mess and just have a bar that goes straight across between the 2 pickup points and put several of these. I might be able to pull several of these. For what purpose? I don't know. Just because I like making shit for this little tractor. And yeah, there you go. And again, I haven't been limited by power. I'm just limited by traction. And even if I had, well, I guess if I had water or weights or something in these tires, then that would be, I guess it wouldn't spin out as easy. I don't know, but it dug these, it dug those lugs into the ground pretty good when I hit that stump. Anyway, all right, I think that's probably it for this weekend. I may do a little bit of work on the Volkswagen now, but thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.